What's going on, everyone? Bran here, and I'm about to give you the bloody breakdown on Saw 10. So, before we hop in, I just want to go ahead and throw it out here. I do currently have COVID. It is my second bout with it, so if I sound a little weird, please forgive me. I did want to try to make a little content, at least while I'm out of work, for the time being, unfortunately. So, just throwing that out there. If I sound funny, if I'm kind of sniffly or something, I do apologize. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Enough of my bullshit. Let's talk about Saw, because this is a really, really big event. We've been hearing, at least I've been covering on this channel for over a year now, about a 10th Saw film to be released, and we got a whole lot of information regarding that recently. Not just a release date, but a director attached as well. So let's go ahead, jump right in. This is coming to us courtesy of bloodydisgusting.com. Definitely the most trusted source in all of horror films out there. So, if it comes from somewhere like Bloody Disgusting, I think most horror fans understand that's definitely a great place to get some information from. Always very valuable, always up to date, always correct information. Not that Bloody Disgusting needs my shout out, but definitely go check them out. So the headline: next Saw movie set for Halloween 2023 release, with Kevin Gruder directing, who, if you don't know, directed Saw 6 and the final chapter. But we'll get into that here into the article. Let's dig in. So the article says Darren Bousman's reboot Spiral from the Book of Saw pulled in $40 million worldwide last year, reviving the franchise and paving the way for more sequels. Another brand new Saw movie is indeed in the works, with Bloody Disgusting exclusively learning that Kevin Gruder will be directing the next installment, and it is set for release on October 27th, 2023. Good stuff right there. October 27th. By the way, my wedding anniversary. So if my wife is out there listening, I think I know what we can do on our wedding anniversary. I'm just kidding. She hears that, I'll get yelled at. Anyway, Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures reteam for the next installment of the billion-dollar franchise. The untitled film will be the 10th installment in the Saw franchise. Like Boseman, Kevin Gruder is no stranger to the Saw franchise. Gruder directed both Saw 6 in 2009 and later Saw the final chapter in 2010, along with horror movies Jezebel in 2014, Jackals more recently in 2017. He edited Saws 1 through 5 and Jigsaw. So if you don't know, Kevin Gruder is really big in this franchise. He's really done a lot, as you can see, from editing to directing. And I think it's generally accepted that Saw 6 is one of the better sequels in the franchise. At least most people that I talk to seem to have that idea as well. Now, there's a lot of people that don't like Saw 3D, Saw the final chapter. And I do understand their grievances with that film, but I'll be perfectly honest with you, as far as fan service goes and, bringing what was originally supposed to be the end of this franchise to fruition together, I think that it was a pretty decent film, and I enjoy it a lot more than some entries like 5, for example, or Jigsaw. I think Saw the Final Chapter really gets shit on unfairly. And like I said, 6 is kind of universally loved, so I can't wait to see Kevin Gruder back directing a Saw film. Says, while Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures are keeping the plot and characters under wraps at this time, we're told fans can be assured that the new film will capture their hearts and other body parts, with all new twisted, ingenious traps and a new mystery to solve. Franchise producers Mark Berg and Orrin Coles say, we have been listening to what the fans have been asking for and are hard at work planning a movie that Saw aficionados and horror fans alike will love. And part of that is giving the reins to Kevin Gruder, director of Saw 6, which is one of the fans' favorites in the entire series. More details to be revealed soon. And yeah, there was another thing I did want to talk about here, and I'll bring this one up here as well. I did want to kind of get into a little bit more of the specifics here. And this is coming to us from a source that has been proven on many occasions to be correct, that being viewer Anon, who did tweet a day or so before that release came out that we just read, where viewer Anon says, Saw 10 is coming, and here are some early details. It still looks to be a prequel focusing on Tobin Bell, with the plan to start shooting within the next 3 months in Mexico. Jigsaw and Spiral writers are back, but there's no story connection to those movies. So this goes totally with what I've been saying the entire time. As far as the information that I had been given is that this new film, this Saw film, would be a prequel. I've heard different reports on if this is going to be before the first Saw, if it's going to be in between 1 and 2, if it's going to be in between 2 and 3. What I do understand is that this story is going to take place sometime in between the first Saw and Saw 3. We're definitely getting a prequel here based on everything that I've been hearing, not just recently, but for the last year. It really does look to be a Jigsaw, a John Kramer-based story with Tobin Bell more than likely returning to do that. And going back to what they said here in that article from Bloody Disgusting, where Berg and Cole said, "We've been listening to what the fans have been asking for and are hard at work planning a movie that Saw aficionados and horror fans alike will love." So when I see that, and then I see these little tidbits coming out from reliable sources like viewer Anon, it does kind of match up, at least in my brain, that we're getting some type of prequel. We're getting Tobin Bell back, and I think we're going to get back to something that really feels more like the Saw franchise, in the same vein of, the first 7 films. I'm not a big fan of Jigsaw, that film. I think that Spiral was a kick up in the right direction, kind of made it feel more like the original, kind of like a cop drama involved. But I'm definitely looking forward to getting back into what this franchise is all about. Tobin Bell returning, at least the rumor is. The rumor is that we're going to be seeing some of him, obviously before he died. This really isn't a supernatural franchise, so that's not something I think we're going to see. So, based on everything we're seeing here, confirmable, I can say it at least, is that we're going to be seeing this thing on October the 27th of next year, and that Kevin Grutert is 100% directing this thing. That much can be confirmed at this point. As far as rumors go, the rumor is that this is going to be a prequel, and that Tobin Bell will be back for this installment of the Saw franchise. So there you go, a good mix of some facts and some rumors that are floating around right now. Not just any old rumor, but rumors that come from pretty reliable sources. So there it is, folks. Big news. Saw X, Saw 10, whatever we're going to end up calling this thing in the long run, looks to be on the move here. And quite frankly, I cannot wait to see what they do with this thing. I'm excited. I'm sure a lot of you are too. So yeah, leave me a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. If horror is your bag, you'll enjoy what I'm doing here. Check the links down below in the description section. Drop me some comments. Let me know what you think about this news. I'm Bran, and you've just got the bloody breakdown on Saw 10.